Hello. Good evening, everybody. Am I
Good
audible?
evening, ma'am.
Good evening. How are you all?
I'm
We are
fine.
fine, sir.
Okay, yeah. Today's topic is first impression, last impression. Yeah, we humans make decisions very quickly. Whenever we see anybody, we make some thought that he or she will be this kind of or that kind of with their appearance. We attract towards their appearance towards the um, whatever the outer appearance is there, we attract towards that, whether it is a good or bad, and we make the decision according to that about a third person. So the moment we see anybody, we make an impression in our mind about that person that he or she will be like this or that. This is the thing that that's why we say the first impression is the last impression. Whenever we are going for an interview, if we are dressed up in a decent manner, in a formal manner, and we look good, then the interviewer will prefer you. They will ask more questions. They will impress by your appearance. So this is the case of I'm telling you about the interview. But sometimes it happens that whatever the first impression is of a person on your whatever the impression is there on your mind of a person, that can be changed by his or her efforts. Because it doesn't mean that whatever the first impression is will be the that is the perfect one. They can change the first impression also by their efforts or by whatever by their acts. We can't always say that the first impression.
Okay.
So who will say first? Can you see? Someone has raised your hand. No. Okay, who will say about it? The first impression is the last impression. Amit Kumar, will you say about it? Am I audible now? Yes, Ruby. Yes, Ruby.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Thanks for the opportunity, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Ma'am, today topic is first impression is the last impression.
Uh-huh.
Ma'am, according to me, it is a sad that the first impression is always the last impression. It is because
Okay.
when we meet people for the first time, they do not
Uh-huh.
have any idea about us. They do not have any idea and about the kind of person we are, so they try to judge the good or bad and taste of our personality on the basis of what they see can what they see and hear. For this every reason, it is sad that one could make a good impression in hand first meeting on someone. It because every difficult to change that impression last, and after people make pictures our image our character with the help for the impression we have made afterward, and they judge as according to that, and it is not very difficult to make a good impression. We need to focus on the few points, and whenever we meet anybody for the first time, we should be failed first time, failed and nervous, and we will not able to present ourselves, and
Yeah,
and
it happens sometimes
sometimes
when we meet someone, we are not able to make a good impression on that person
yeah,
because of the nervousness or whatever maybe the reason because of confidence or whatever the thing. But later on, yes, if we are meeting again, we can do it. We can
yeah,
cover it up.
yeah,
Yes.
proper. I think properly we should try and confident and stables our mind and during the meeting. And another things which is noticed in the first meeting uh, uh, is what we say, and our words reflect and our thought and points on any topic and word which came out of our mouth or uh, mirror and to our personality. And so we should always think twice before speaking and anything, and our past looks and behavior also plays an uh, important role here. And also we should give impression to the first time person and settings in informs of us his thought and posture also matter. So it is quite and clear that the first impression is the last impression. Nobody get a second chance to create that first impressions. And so we should make the best as of it our and future meetings depend on this. Our first impression should be such that persons are not able to forget us and for a long time. And that's all from my side. Thank you so
Thank
much
you so much.
for
Thank
listening
you
to
so
me.
much, Ruby. Thank you so much, Ruby. Yes, we should make our efforts to give the first impression very good. Yeah. Yes, Dexamine. Thank you so much, Ruby.
Okay, many many thanks, ma'am.
Yes.
This is a great subject to discuss about first impression is the last impression. Basically, as my experience, types of the impression is happening most of the times during the interview, I mean job interview, and even first love or choice anyone. In that case, as it is happening sudden, there is no chance to show or give any chance to showing anything after second time. I mean first times. So impression is really very important for us to get some extra benefit from different side. It can be the official, it can be the relation, it can be the building any relation. So if you show your first impression is the good, then all will be the positive. So I think it's very important for us to show us our first impression must be good. So another thing is, suppose uh, first time if I go any university or college. At the time, the teacher will get me if teacher will get me positive, then most of the times he will like me. Is because at the first time, first impression, first look, he think I'm a good, or I'm a good boy, or I'm a good student. And at that time they think that that boy is master very good and his behavior is very good. I mean, in first time must be show positive all of the nature or activities as a human being. Thank you, ma'am. I think I make you understand what is the first impression of the last.
Thank you so much, Lakshmi. I wanted to know, Lakshmi, if a teacher, if you are going to a college and a teacher is getting a very good impression of yours, he is she or he is thinking that you are a very good and bright student. She is appreciating you in everything, whatever you are doing. But later on, if you get less marks in your exams, then what will happen? What will be the impression of her?
Ma'am, is the first impression is the last impression subject. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't mention the result of the exam. Is because each and every one. If you are a good student, then you will not be a good boy. It is not the mandatory. It can be
Mhm.
anyone be a good student or good
Yes,
boy,
yes,
but
yes.
only can be a good guy. There is no mention anywhere. Am I right?
Yeah, yes, yes,
You will
yes,
not
yes.
getting this.
Yeah.
So I told
See,
you
the
that
thing is, the first impression is the last impression, but that's what I'm saying. It can be changed. The first impression can be changed later on. That's what I wanted to say.
most of the times human being nature cannot be changed. It's the naturally happening across the world.
Okay.
It can be hide. You can do the acting. You can do the performance, but
Mhm.
not be changed. As I know.
Oh,
Hello, ma'am. Are you hearing me?
so much. Thank you so much, actually. Yes, Mohammedullah, will you say about no? Mohammedullah, today you will not say?
You
Okay,
can ask
fine.
me more question about this.
Yes, yes.
You can ask me any question about the first impression or the
Oh,
last
okay.
impression.
Okay, okay. No, I was just thinking about it, that this is not always the thing that the first impression is the last impression, because last means it will be the last thing that the person is thinking about you. So it can be changed. I think it can be changed.
Yeah, it can be changed, but I told you that suppose in the morning I do a good things or good work for my
Mm-hmm.
family. Each and everyone for the days they think the boy already changed
Mm-hmm.
or I already changed by myself. So
Mm-hmm.
they whole of the day they think I already changed. After doing next bad things, then they will again change their mind, not before. So first impression must be the last impression, but it can be changed by doing his or her activities, nothing else.
Right, right.
Am I right?
Activities or the efforts, whatever the efforts they are making to improve their personality.
Yeah, they can improve their personality, but that is also the first time. Am I right, ma'am?
Right, right. Yes, yes, you are very right.
Thank you. Next question.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, much. Thank you so much, actually. Yes, Shakil Ahmed, will you say about it?
Okay, ma'am. Would you like to give me a minute? After that, I would speak.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. Anyone else
Okay.
wants to say about it? Amit, will you say? Amit, Khan Manzil? What happened? Nobody is saying anything about it. Mohammedullah? No?
This is very critical question. Maybe they are thinking about.
Maybe.
Topic is very.
Yeah, but this is very right that first impression is the last impression. That is a very, uh, you can say, is a very correct thing you can say that whenever you see anybody you make any decision about the person whosoever you are meeting or you see someone and you quickly make a decision about that person that he or she will be like this or that that is very true because human mind is very sharp in making decisions about others about anybody's this thing about thinking about anybody's what he or she will be and most of the time
Ma'am,
it is right and most yes Vex yes Vex
yeah, ma'am, that first decision can be the wrong, but without up to mark or up to no one need to go through a final decision. In that case, this sentence or this topic or this word is totally wrong. As like I'm going on a road. Okay, beside supposed to someone touched with my body and he or she fell on the road. Okay, at that time each and everyone think that I'm a bad boy as I put him or her and they goes on the floor or road. In that case, they all are viewer must think that this boy is very bad. But at that time, a vehicle also going beside of my left side. If I didn't push him or her, then must push by the car. That means the first looking or first look or first impression will not be the impression. It can be the wrong. Okay, so each and everyone should judge by them from their beginning to ending, not first impression or first looking. Am I right, ma'am?
but yes you are right but Rex again we are talking about the only about the impression not about the decisions it is just an impression, whatever person thinks about it. They're not making decision about any person. They think a person and they react if they are meeting again or whatever the things they react accordingly according to the impression what he got from that person.
Yeah, you are right.
Yeah, so that is only an impression, not a decision about any person. It can be wrong. That impression can be wrong.
Yeah, that I
Yeah,
want to make you understand.
yeah. That impression can be wrong. Yes, right. So very right. But most of the time, the impression, whatever the first impression is most of the time is correct. I think so because our human mind is
It goes only the like or event.
it goes only the
Like and love events.
okay. No, if you are going for an interview and the interviewer is taking your interview, if you give a good impression on him,
Yeah, good impression here.
then he can select you.
Yeah,
If you are well dressed up according to the job requirement, you are well dressed up in the form, then he can even select you according to the impression.
yeah. But there is a one thing should judge by the interviewer because quality always in the inner side, not the outer side. He may ask the correct in the related job sector, okay, and job responsibility. They should not judge by their dress up or outlook. As like a girl is like a middle class or middle blackish, but very much good and very honest. That means she's not bad, but each and everything The girl is ugly. Ugly is a bad word and bad sound. Am I right, man? So everyone should judge their inner side, not outer side.
See,
So but
if someone has a dark color, that doesn't mean that he or she is ugly. That doesn't mean at all that if someone is having a dark color, they are ugly or so, like that. You can't do that thing.
Yeah, but most of the people are in our society saying like that.
No. This is not the thing. Even dark
Yes,
colors,
yes.
dark colors wearing a good, very nicely they are dressed up. It will be a good impression on others that they see that girl or that boy is so nicely dressed up.
Can be. Okay,
I
ma'am.
can't
I
think.
agree with
I
you.
don't
Thank
think
you.
about like this. Yes.
Okay, I agree on you.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much, Examine.
Welcome.
Yes, Khan Manzul. Khan Manzul, yes. Khan Manzul, are you there? Khan Manzul, are you there? You are raising your hand? Yes, Wahidullah Khan.
Hello,
Hello, yes.
good evening, ma'am, and all my
Good
dear
evening.
friends. Good evening, very good evening to all of you. Today's topic is first impression is the last impression.
Yes.
First impression is the last impression is a very true line because when we are going to join our some new institution, company, office, etc., then how can I talk to our senior? How can I describe myself? And how can I behave to each other to our senior? That's that is a very important thing in this line. My
Mm-hmm.
senior what also all things how can I talk to our senior, high respect to our senior,
Mm-hmm.
and how can behaving our past institution, school or office to a younger or elder behavior. That's why
Mm-hmm.
it's the most important thing is first impression is the last. Suppose that when we are joining to our some new office, so
Mm-hmm.
interview should be conducted, then proper check how can he is working and his dress and all things is matter. Ki all is senior is behave. Judge to always judge.
Yes, yes, Wahidullah, that is very true. The first impression, the how you are dressed up, that will be the first impression. Whenever a person look at you, and that's the first impression. Uh, yes, that is that you should be well dressed if you are going for an interview. Yeah, you should dress according to the job requirement.
Yes,
You are very right. Yes, you are very right.
yeah. This is a very important thing in our interview or in our examination. How can I talk? How can I behave? How can I see? It's a very most important thing.
Right. How you are behaving, how you are answering, how you are dressed up. Yeah, these are the very important things.
How can I describe myself to other?
Um, Means I'm not understanding. How can you describe yourself? Just Wahidullah. I had not understood the thing, the question you had asked me. Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Shakil Ahmed, yes.
Yeah. Hello to all friends. Today topic about first impression is last impression. Maybe our speaking is not good, but I little speaking. Yeah. Maybe in all thing we need to create plan. Yeah. In my opinion, plan is very important. If someone want to speak with someone, if someone want to give the interview and other things, maybe need to create a plan when they speak front of someone in class or university. Maybe first time they were created from.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just this.
That's all. Okay, fine. Yeah, that is very. That is also important. Whatever you are you create or whatever show, that will reflect. That
Yeah,
is that. Yeah. That is the fact.
thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yes, Khan Mohammed Reis.
A very good evening to all of you. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Thank you. Good evening.
It's really wonderful to be the part of today's session, and hoping that this type of sessions will definitely help us out to bring about great solutions. So the topic of today's discussion is the first impression is the last impression. Well, we all believe that first impression is the last impression, but have we noticed why it is so? We don't have to worry about this. We will see how first impression plays an important role in our lives. And to be eyes of the top most important people, we have to bring the best impression we can. This is what we have in our mind when it comes to this. In a very competitive world, we should feel like I
Uh,
should come with an extraordinary way. Remember me for one thing intelligent. And even I read somewhere the psychology says that the first impression is the a person makes of the other person they have met for the first time.
mhm.
Generally, we across many people in our lives, and it varies from one person to the another. That is, no two people can have the same impression of someone, and it is based on the observer and the target that you can say is being observed. So the first impressions are a little trickier. I can say that these are
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Garvit. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, Khan Mohammed
yeah.
Reis is saying, let us listen to him. Okay? Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So in the what we can say, it will surprise everyone, and some people take it for granted by not focusing on making the right impression, and it is sometimes judged or ignored blindly. So we will never get a second chance to make a first impression. So it is very important that uh, why we fail to come up with, in my opinion, I will definitely say maybe it's the biggest barrier for the thing that is how she was gonna do it or how he was
Khan
gonna do
Mohammed
it.
Reis.
Yeah.
I think there is some problem in the connection, either my side or your side. I'm not able to listen you properly. I wanted to listen your thoughts, but I'm not able to listen you properly because of I think, some connection problem, internet connection problem, maybe at my side or maybe at your side. There is some problem. I don't know, but I am not able to listen you properly. I wanted to listen you properly. Can you please repeat uh, from last sentence? Can you repeat it, please?
Hello.
I'm sorry, I had not listened. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. You are audible. Yes, please.
Second chance to make the first impression. Yeah. So, and these are based on the various categories such as like age is a factor, gender, tradition, the appearances, the posture, the pitch in the language, and the body language we carry, and the way we behave. And very important thing I have to say to all the listeners here is that we need to overcome the fear. And there are false evidence that appears real. I'm fearing for something. I'm hesitant. I'm nervous to speak. And in that process, I've taken so much into my hearts and mind that think if I'm gonna speak something, I'll make errors and people will judge me. So that sort of ability and that sort of thinking is us, and we are not able to overcome all those things by making mistake. On a beautiful quote, if a person makes a mistake, is not a mistake. But if he repeats a mistake, is a mistake. So if we will develop this sort of attitude, for sure I gonna means I can take this authority to say that we will really gonna come with exceptional responses. When it comes to all this thing. Because to be very frank, I'll be very honest. I as a child, when I was a student, I was a dumb kid in the school. I was a below average kid in the school. Even I used to struggle to score good examinations. But when I realize where I'm lacking, what are my fears, what are my faults, what are my flaws, what are my weaknesses, and I've worked on that, and that has changed the life, and that has taught the great lessons to overcome so many things. So since as we're talking about the first impression, so in this world full of criticism and demands, so we cannot expect that we will be getting the praise and applauses every now and then. So our attitude and behavior changes as the situation changes. And due to the competition ongoing around, we are forced to become judgmental and make perceptions, on the appearances. That means if the cover is not attractive, the book will not be interesting. Sometimes others. So if you say that the first impression is the last, it would be an overturn, in my opinion. I may be wrong. I said in the beginning, so one can change the direction of the wind in his or her favor by making the efforts needed. And for instance, if I have to say that if we means go for shopping for fruits, say like any fruit like apple or orange. So there are two vendors selling the oranges or the apples. So what would you do? We will buy the apple or the orange that looks good and fresh. That's what we had. We always want the best of the things to be means taken home. That is the first impression. So a good first impression can work wonders. And moreover, if you make mistakes in life and you try to rectify it, as not everyone will get a second chance. So we need to work hard, putting all the efforts to make our first impression the best impression. And this is only possible when we will understand where the very problem which I have experienced over the period of time that the people have is instead of changing ourselves, we change others. We spend so much time in changing others, criticizing others, pinpointing others, blaming others, and in that process, we are missing out the wonderful days where I limit something about the drastic changes in my life that which we can. So this is what I felt about the topic in a very positive way. First impression tend to be a little bit a disaster. One can change it by making the efforts if it determined enough to do so. Not always, but there will be opportunities to resolve the problems and make our first impression as everlasting and last, impression. So thank you very much to all the listeners for their kind patience. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, very warm Khan Mohammed Reis, thank you so much. Very nicely you have explained your thoughts. I like your this thing thoughts very much. But some in between I had somewhere I had missed some things because of the internet connection. But thank you so much. You had explained it very well. Thank you so much. Yes, Shakil Ahmed.
Thank you, ma'am. Means a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes,
Okay,
Shakil Ahmed.
ma'am. You very much and good evening for everybody listening to
Good
me.
evening.
And once again, as usual, and more, it's my pleasure to talk on, although it seems kind of tough topic for some of the guys, even for me as well. But I have researched on it, have heard some things about area, so that I could understand what is the actually we use this sentence many times a day or in our daily life, but we don't understand what actually it means. First impression is the last impression. So impression, I think, is to show a kind of behavior, to show one own self, and then first impression is a great role if we are going to an interview, as you have said that. Because in this case, in the case of interview, a person is going for just few minutes, and there are only the few judgments, and the person who is interviewing also is unknown. In your interview are the unknown persons to each other. So the interview taker is now judging by the from his starting to judge a person whenever he is entering from the door, how he enters, and as you have said that in the language, as we are studying that 20 or 10% percent of the words are concerning, but body language and the dress and that your behavior, attitude, way of sitting and talking, all these things play 70% of the role in the communication. In this case, the first impression is very important, but whenever if we apply this case, for example, if we are meeting a person, an unknown person from any place, and if we are going to talk to him, and to make first impressions, and the people make first impression just within 7 to 10 seconds. So it's a bit time, it's one upon 60 of a second. One fraction 60 means that if you are judging a person in just 10 seconds or 7 seconds, and it has been researched that a person is judging the other person just in these few seconds. So to make judgment is also a critical point here. So we can't judge a person in just one glance by saying that, oh, he is bad, he is good. We can't say unless and until we don't know the background of the person, his daily routines, and all those circumstances, we can't judge. Therefore, it is said that you can't judge a book by its cover. So its cover may be beautiful, but whatever is written in the book may be not pleasant for you and maybe not favorite to you, maybe not liked by you. So therefore, it's a bit critical thing. But if in the sense that if suppose I'm going to I'm going to take part in any kind of competitive exam or any other examination, if I am determined, if I am fully committed from the beginning, in the sense that in the first impression, in the tests that I'm going through to reach that examination, the minor level test. If I'm showing good results in those initial steps, then it would be the fact to say that the first impression is the last impression. But in some certain cases, we can't say that the first impression is the last impression because that would be wrong. So it could to the situation. we vary from situation to situation. So we have to look at the situations. In an interview, it's not possible to judge the background, the daily routine, everything is not possible. But only the judgments are made in the few seconds by the expert who is maybe an expert of psychology that reads the mind of the people very well. So it was all about my thoughts. So thank you very much for listening me, and good night to all of you. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Shakil Ahmed. But I was thinking that this is the impression what a person creates on the other's mind. That is not a decision or not a judgment. They are not judging. Later on, it become a judgment, you can say. But the first impression will be an impression only.
Okay.
Huh? I think that really that the impression is the one which a person is giving to the other person. It is I don't think it is the judgment.
Okay, impression is given by one person, but judgment is made by the another person. There is, I am, for example, judging whatever you are saying in the first sentence, the conversation class today. For example, how you are going to open the class by giving which sort of impression you are going to give the audience, listeners, while opening this class, in at 9 o'clock or 8:30. So in the first seconds, I am judging how you give the impressions. Then I'm judging in just few seconds. So I am the judging person, and you give the impressions. So I'm talking in this sense.
Okay. Here you can judge. Yes, you are right. You can judge because you can't see my any impressions here. I think so. Yeah, the way of talking you can it can impress anybody. The way of talking, or it cannot be, vice versa. Yes, that can be an impression, but the what we are saying, how we are doing, that is a judgmental thing. I think.
Yes, ma'am, sure.
Thank you so much, Shakil Ahmed. Thanks a lot. Anybody else wants to say after the topic? Mohammedullah, will you say about it? I think you did. You are raising your hand. Mohammedullah, do you want to say again something?
Hello.
Hello? Yes.
Hello.
Hello, yes, Mohammedullah.
Yes. Yes. Good night. Yes. Yes. I'm very. Yes. Yes. You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you, Mohammedullah.
Yes. I hear you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. I'm very confused about it because I can topic. My opinion, first impression is very great, very good for who people who are psychologists. Yes, thank you. Uh,
Uh,
first, im-
yes.
first impression is the last impression. That's very great for who people who are psychologists. And new research of one university of European, they say after one second we face other people directly, we know about his reaction, his face, his other actions. But I don't agree with this communication because first impression is very great, very necessary for psychologists because they learn all about people, all about things of impressions. But I think we don't know because some people have a lot of education, a lot of skills, but in the interview time, other first time they face to big people or other people the first time they face they very worried. They don't know about all things because uh, we must think for last impression. I think last impression necessary for us, and first impression is very great for psychologist people. This is my opinion. Not I think first impression is necessary for all people, but this is my opinion.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Mohammadullah. Yes, first impression. Yeah, everybody wants a good impression on anybody, everybody. Whosoever is there, he wants the first, whatever the first impression, he or she wants a good one, good impression. Thank you so much, Mohammadullah. Yes, anybody else wants to say about the topic? Mohammed Mohammed Dilshan, will you say? Thank you so much, Mohammed Allah. Dilshan, will you say about it? No? Mohammed Dilshan, anyone else wants to say? Kamleshwar, will you say about it? Fine. Yeah, first impression, whenever you see a person, whosoever is there, you make an impression about that person. That person makes an impression about on your mind, that he or she will be a good one or a bad one or it's a moderate, whatever the impression that person gives. You take it that time, your mind immediately take it about with the look of the personality, the behavior about that person, the way he's walking or the way he's talking, whatever fascinates you, that you got impressed with that thing. Either impressed or you feel that he doesn't like. That is the impression which gives you about that person. That is the thing which is impression. But most of the time we are quite judgmental. Also, the impression, whatever the impression is, we think about that person like that way and become judgmental also sometimes. But most of the time, the impression, if it is a good impression, it makes wonders. But if it is a bad impression, that impression can be changed. I think that impression can be changed by the act of the person, by the efforts, or by you can say in the second or third meeting with his real one. So yeah, it can be changed. So the first impression can be changed, but that is very fact that the first impression is the last impression. Yes, Khan Mohammed, guys, did you say something else also?
Yeah, ma'am. I just thought,
Yes.
means why does our impression matters? If we will be clear with this point, then that will really help us out. Because see, we are in an age of technology, and in the techno-savvy era, and with the race with the millions of competitive minds, there is a scarcity of time as well as the chances one can get again for. So the first impression does matter and has to be considered in life, and the proportion of the candidates competing with the jobs is very high, which is often result in decision making based on the first impression,
Yes.
because n number of people are coming up with all these things. So definitely the interviewers will gonna judge the person obviously on your first impression. And if we are failing on that way, so it doesn't mean that we are not capable, but on that day we fail to put our best foot forward. And there are some
Yes.
people who were rejected in the starting stage, but now they are one of the famous and the big personalities of all the times. I can say one example here definitely, Steve Jobs, who was thrown away from his own company only, and he came back with an amazing performance. So it's just like a madness towards what you are trying to achieve and to have in your life. And lastly, I will just say whatever we will be doing in life, this should be by choice. Because when you do something by choice, you give your more than 100% in that. And if you come by chance, so definitely there we will not, we will be just doing the formality because it is said to us to be done, or we have to do by hook or crook. This is not the difference it makes when we choose the thing by choice and by chance. So whatever things we'll be pursuing in in future in career, I always feel and I always say to my students also, take the decisions and choose the areas where you are best at. So where you'll give your more than 100% to bring about the extraordinary skills that you have in it to put for it. And it would be like to conclude the first impression does matter, but it is not always the last impression. So taking it in a very positive way, first impression tend to be it may sometime not be able to, but it doesn't mean that we are not capable. Again, with that positivity, we need to bounce back and have a belief system strong enough that we're going to conquer and we're going to achieve. So these things will for sure help us out to explore to the limits and the potentials. That's it.
Thank you so much, Khan Mohammad Rai. Yes, you are very right. And I want to mention one thing more here. One chap who is from Bihar, I think, in India. In India, Bihar. It's a state. Bihar is a state from in India. So one chap, he has hacked the Google.
Right.
The whole Google he has hacked, and that impression creates a good impression on the Google person, both the owner of whatever their team is. So I don't know who all are there in their judging team, and they had employed him in at a very good salary package. So he has
Right.
done a bad thing, but still the impression has gone to them that he is very sharp-minded person, and they had employed him.
Right.
So this also can happen. Actually, the thing was bad, but the
Right.
impression was very good on the person.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Anybody else wants to say about the topic? First impression is the last impression. Okay, fine then. We'll end up here only. Thank you so much, and good night, everybody. Thanks a lot for your valuable
You.
um, thoughts. Thoughts. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Hoping
Thank.
to connect again.
Yeah, on Monday we will be here again
Okay, for sure.
with a
Definitely.
new topic. Thank you so much. Thank you.